Welcome to Down with Dragons here on Monsters of Roll. I am DM Scott, and with me, as you can see around me, and always, is
Lillian playing Maven Corpse Flower, Circle of Spores Druid, who is really excited to go on another heist.
You sound so excited.
I am.
And Mick playing Holliver, the Worm, Jaegervisk, a veteran gnome scout, now a master relic hunter, who finds himself mixed up with this crew of adventurers, some of whom were at the center of events that horrifyingly changed the world recently.
Chris playing Viet, 8-foot dwarven ranger barbarian with a blue arm, who appears to be exhausted, distracted, and morose after having been just recently saved from death by Holliver, Maven, and the enigmatic being calling itself Sentry.
Catherine playing Juniper Swift, who doesn't have all of that fancy stuff attached to her.
You're special.
She's fancy.
You're special. Okay. I thought that was like a pregnant pause of like, nope. Okay. Yep. We're gonna need some kind of light or something for like, and back to you. Yeah. So before we dive in, I believe we have just the most basic of our announcements. Killian, if you would please.
Yes. Hello. I'm sorry if you hear any weird noises in the background. My cat just got the zoomies and she's freaking out. She's being, you're a psycho. Get down from there. Anyway. Hi, we have merch and you can find that in the link down below. It's our Redbubble store. You can get stuff with our characters' faces on it. I do have a sad thing to report. I did break my Maven clock.
No!
I know. It's a tragedy, but it's okay because honestly, I still have a really cool idea for it. I just need to punch out the rest of the plastic. So all is not lost, friends, but if you want to check it out, we've got clothes, we've got clocks, as you can see, with all of our character portraits on there and the Down with Dragons logo. It's really cool. If you want to go check it out, it helps the stream. We really appreciate it. And they have sales from time to time. So go ahead and take a look. Also, we don't have any inspiration this week, but if you want to give inspiration to your favorite player or give your inspiration to DM Scott for just an amazing job of making everyone very angry at any given time, you can go ahead and contact us down below. Let us know with the hashtag inspiration, and you can give inspiration to your favorite player. Let us know why, and we'll say thank you.
We will.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm going to go check on my cat, but I'm here.
Perfect. See, and the thing is, I feel like it's not just a tragedy that happened to that clock. Now it's an episodic journey of leading into the merch, and as that clock transforms into its true form, we can all join every week.
Totally gonna show up with a wooden rope belt around it.
It's my new bling. All right. So, diving in to tonight's episode, let's do a little recap with what happened last time. Last time on Down with Dragons, the group, after some renewed aggression and Viet coming down off of some drugs, the best ones.
In a very special episode from Down with Dragons.
Yeah, in a very, hey kids, this is what happens if you take horned dragon shell and
you're gonna feel great at the moment, but
yeah, and really mouthy. He laid down some truths and was a little aggressive, but and then at the end of it, due to the damage he has taken and it had been keeping him up and going, died, which I don't think anyone liked. We were all against it.
Hard.
Yeah. Chris turned off his video and it hurt.
It hurt a lot.
It was just like so yeah. By the way, I rewatched I kept everything pretty tight. My eyes, though, gave everything away because I just looked at his. I was like, yeah, they gave it away. I didn't like it. But anyway, the group called on a lifeline. Maven was chit-chatting with Sintry, which ended up making a new friend, a new lifeline to Oliver, who basically gave up his coin that had attachments to a deity to make a deal to bring Viet back now. And visions and prophetic dreams of potential and being given information, and then going through magical doors to have a conversation with Zazozan. The group, Viet included, being brought back, a little dent in his fender, or more of his soul, all made their way in and talked to Zazozan about the deal he was proposing, hiring them for a job to steal from his brother. It went perfectly. Everybody was cordial, and there was trust all around. And at the end of it, once he vacated after kind of throwing down the information of the deal and it being basically agreed to, left and informed the group that they could enjoy the hospitality of the mansion or whatever you were in for the next 24 hours. And then through the doorway, through the shadow, the chaperone was...
That was me. Sorry.
No, that was me, actually. I heard it. The chaperone appeared, which was the Swiftblade, an armored figure in the doorway who is to accompany and assist all of you as long as you all keep your agreement. We're going to kind of push forward just a tiny bit, as I assume not a lot of conversation would have happened in his presence, and shock and a little of everything, as the group was definitely could use a rest anyway. Kind of made their way around and found there was a marked room on the upper level that was marked for the Amanita and Friends, with a little plaque above a door. And you open it, and there's basically an atrium, a kind of outdoor. There's kind of a starry sky above, surrounded by columns with like a fire pit in the middle with some benches around the side. And as you kind of slowly go in, there were doors on the sides, each one with your names on it. And you all made your way there, and the Swiftblade, not pursuing, not following, standing down in that lower level of the hallway. You all made your way in there and shut the door, and are now kind of recollecting yourselves and taking a little bit of at least a short rest at this moment, whether you want to go into a full long rest or anything like that, but you currently do have privacy. That's where we will pick up tonight's episode of Down with Dragons.
Viet would place a hand on Oliver's shoulder. Just kind of give a squeeze or pat, kind of like a pat and a squeeze. And then he's going to lift the, I'm not sure where Oliver has the longsword. He would slide the longsword out of the sheath. And he's going to just basically roll up a blanket in front of the door that we just came in, the Amanita and Friends door, and he's going to crash.
Okay.
Sword in hand.
I remember you're 8 feet tall, and I'm like not even 3 feet tall, about 3 feet tall. So be careful.
He's trying to be very, very gentle with his pat and the squeeze.
Yeah.
It was a yeah.
That's a shame we couldn't put that sword to better use. But I guess we have to see what's going to happen from here.
There'll be time for that.
Well, I can't believe Zazazan just left with no ceremony at all. We just made a deal. This is like a next big thing. I mean, potentially this could be history making. We would be part of it. We're steering the levers of power potentially to write the future. I mean, I've dug up enough history. I can't imagine being at any of those places. It's sublime yet overwhelming. I just feel like there should be more ceremony to our deal. Yeah, you know what I mean? Maven, you dealt with Zazozan here at the Scalebound Guild. That was just filled with pomp and ceremony, wasn't it?
Honestly, a lot of the razzle and the zazzle, if you forgive me, is usually in the beginning. Once he gets what he wants from you, it's nod and a walk out the door, you know? It's a lot of courting and then not much.
Interesting
I'm
perspective.
I'm not surprised. He's that way. But I'm surprised he didn't kick us out of this pocket dimension altogether. So, show of good faith, at least, I suppose. Lord knows we could use it.
That's interesting. He didn't change his tune. That's just probably the way he's conducted himself all along. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Useful tactic, I'm sure.
It's not one I'm quite fond of, but, you know, we're going to take what we can get at this point.
Indeed.
I'm going to take advantage of all of the free food. So if you'll excuse me, and Maven is going to drown her sorrows in whatever is left on this table.
Right now, you are up away from where that table was. That's back.
Oh, never mind. I'm going to go down there.
There is an 8-foot dwarf sleeping there, just laying down in front of that door.
Damn it. All right. Well, maybe I'll do it later. But he did
say there was room service.
Ooh.
If you recall, full room service.
Ooh. I'll dream up what Maven's going to order here.
All right.
June is just going to go sit by Viet. Just kind of camp out there. She does not want him to be alone.
Okay. However,
room service, eh? I wonder if any of the staff could help me decorate a cupcake.
Sounds great.
Could you prepare a cupcake? And I would like to decorate it especially to commemorate our newfound alliance. Is that something that you could do?
So I assume whatever extravagant thing that Maven was thinking of, she kind of spoke what she was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
A giant pot filled with steaming lobster, big enough for her to sit in.
Wow.
Right.
So I have command over elements. It's fine.
Roll both you. Actually, everyone, roll me a history check real quick.
Okay. I have to pull up my
19.
character.
Okay, Oliver's a yes.
23.
Juniper's a yes.
19.
Maven's a yes. But yet, you didn't care anyway.
I didn't care, but I just want to share. I've got a dirty one, so I really
Yeah. So you don't even notice as these ghostly, almost spectral forms of servants pass through the doorway, through the shut doors, and somehow they are like, as they pass, they are slightly incorporeal, but as soon as they get through physical forms that are in their way, they look to be solid again. And you see two figures coming in, one in with all the appearance of like almost getting into that like Eladrin kind of fey elf, like elongated ears, almost whitish blonde hair, all pinned up with a collar of a what looks to be a very ornate and beautiful like prison collar and chain going down. It's almost decorative. And then also there's plenty of slack and dangle to it, and it's very fine chain going to two wrist bracers. And you see in walk with a plate or a giant thing, bowl of lobster, big enough to sit in. Queen Sorva comes walking in, holding it, and brings it over towards the fire and sets it down. Bows, and then slowly backs up, bringing a cart with all of the makings for making cupcakes and decorating and all of that. You will also see a lot more, I'll be honest, a lot more almost Maven freshly, like after her like makeover and bath and all that stuff, where it has a very nature-based beauty to it, but dark black hair with streaks of other colors that go through it, like some blue and some red, just little streaks. And you'll see a very angular face of Queen Turnal, and you will recognize her as well, as she's pushing this cart, also with the collar and bracers on, as she walks in and brings the make your own cupcake station, bows, and then backs up towards the wall.
Sorva wasn't the one that looked like Sorva wasn't collared?
She was as well.
Oh, they all were. Okay.
There's no way that's got to be some sort of illusion. Maven's like looking up in Sorva's grill right now.
Make me an intelligence check.
Okay, bet I will do so. Use intelligence.
That'd be peculiar.
Dirty 20.
These are, you've heard of, you've done plenty of arcane research as well. You've heard of certain kinds of arcane practitioners who can create a marvelous mansion, and inside are servants, and you can make it appear as however you want, and the servants also to appear however you want. This is a unseen but seen servant in the illusion of whatever the caster chose.
That's sick. I love it.
Wow.
That speaks volumes.
And they don't even have to be collared or chained because they're unseen servants, but it's just.
But he wants them to be.
For flair. He's sick.
Well, what do we have to do to get our doubles on his staff?
A lot.
Probably a lot more than we are actually capable of.
It's probably. Oh,
I don't know. Sign me up.
are you just into the jewelry? Is that you want to?
Oh,
like the
this
bling.
is the depths of the pathology here. I can't even begin to probe it. It's fascinating.
He's got a lot of familial issues. I think we could write. You could write a lot about this. In fact, I encourage you to do so.
Well,
Could write a tell-all.
maybe someday. Right now, I think I'm done taking notes, and it's time for action.
Fair. You want to turn in the lobster pot? I'll let
Thank
you go
you.
first.
Okay. All right, I'm diving in.
It's warm. I mean, it is fresh. Luckily, this is also conjured, so all of the temperature, none of the burn.
Love that.
Now, Miss Maven, you weren't thinking of having gnome soup here, were you? It tricked me into the pot.
Probably a question you should have asked before you jumped in there.
Honestly.
just simmer in there for a while. I mean, just sit there for a little while.
Hindsight.
Like the video of that crab that's sitting in the boiling pot, just picking up the corn and eating it.
Oh my god. I hadn't planned on it.
So we eat. At a certain point, as you eat, you decorate cupcakes. There'll be a moment when, I mean, are we taking a long rest here and taking advantage of this? I'm assuming.
For sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
At a certain point, Juniper and Viet, you two, especially that natural one, I feel like that natural one is like, as all this starts, Juniper, all of a sudden next to you, just start to hear just the deepening, heavy breathing of.
Screw that. He is snoring hard.
We'll get there. It's not immediate. I'm trying to paint a
I
picture.
don't know.
Get a long day.
I think he'd be out like that, but paint your
He's
picture.
trying to give you a little grace, but no, he is the worst sleeper. He's on his side, but he sounds like he's on his back.
And he's double the volume.
Yeah, double the volume. Hopefully you have ear protection.
Extra lung capacity.
I would shove some of that beard into his face. It might help. And as he does, however, you're going to look over as you're kind of had your fill, and it's just like, okay, yeah, you can hear the surround sound of snoring, and you look at the doors again towards your room, and you see Oliver on a nameplate above a room. And just as you think about, like, well, maybe I'll check that out, all of a sudden the door opens, and standing, and it's double doors, but only one opens, and standing and putting like kind of a shoulder against it, you see Sentry. Hello, I believe you had some free time. I penciled in.
Yeah, I've been quite busy, actually. I've been decorating cupcakes.
Well, that's lovely. But I believe you and me have a date. I heard you say you were up for anything, and as you pointed out, I've had a lot of time.
Okay.
And we need to, work out some details.
Yeah, totally. I think you'll like these cupcakes, but that's for a later time.
I'm sure I will.
Got to work out some of the kinks in the plan.
Oh, good one.
All righty. Grim tidings may be ahead, but this is shaping up to be a fun night.
Indeed. Come along, cupcake. Oh. It's just looking over at you. He set the stage. I'm just enjoying it.
Good for you.
Even can see him.
I have to be here for all of it.
You're shuddering, but yeah, you don't know why. You make your way into your room, the door shuts, and it's a simple room. It's very nice, well, made and all that, 4-poster bed, all that stuff, but it's still simple. And you'll retire for the night. We have discussed the furtherings of the deal, so you'll know. And the rest of the group, I assume, takes rest. Maven, are you going to go to a room, or are you going to also kind of park it in that atrium?
I think I'd go into a room. I think I'd like some alone time to decompress, I think.
Okay. So very similar setup. It's simple, but it's very still luxurious. It's, really nice hotel room, and you will have no issue getting company or getting comfortable company. Only one person has company tonight.
I don't want any of that. Thank you, though.
You got lobsters?
Yeah, I got lobsters. I didn't eat them. I was just hanging out.
Yeah, and you'll find sleep. Is there anything anyone wanted to accomplish other than getting a long rest?
Yes. So however much the staff indulged me with the cupcake decorating, yeah. I wanted to, this is my idea for like commemorating, celebrating our deal with Zazazan. It's a token thing. I made him some cupcakes. I decorated them nicely. I asked if there's any neat way we can dress them up to package them, and handed them to the staff and said, please give these to your master at your soonest convenience for his consideration. And I also took a box of exactly the same cupcakes with me.
Okay. They don't seem to make any kind of fuss or any kind of comprehension. They just bow and leave with the box that you made.
Okay.
Unfortunately, since everybody else went to sleep and June doesn't trust like that, she is going to try not to fall asleep.
All night?
Yeah. If Viet fell asleep and they all went into different rooms, she's not comfortable.
Would you have said something to Maven as she left?
That would depend on when she left. Did she leave? Like, whoever was the last person to, well, actually, yeah,
I would have been the last person to leave. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Just kind of a quick, like,
I won't leave if you want me to stay. I believe that we're safe here, but if you want to do shifts so you can get some rest, I bet we could make bunk beds.
I don't want to leave him either.
You should have never let us do that.
That's okay. We can rest here. It's okay. I understand. So so we can conjure almost anything we want in here. I got a giant lobster pot. I would like to ask for some camping supplies, but the most luxurious camping supplies one could have.
Yeah. Queen Sorva, the illusion servant of her, bows her head and walks out.
Awesome.
Within a few moments, you see all of them come back, each one carrying different things. You see you see a King Electon, you see King Dracon, you see Queen Sorva again, Queen Selita, Queen Turnal, all carrying different things. They set up this elaborate, large tent with full awning and opening curtains. They set up actual full like beds that are like no reason you can bring a bed in here, but like somehow they unfold like a cot that turns into like a bed.
I love it.
And yeah, like you see them busy working, creating this very luxurious outside camping site.
This guy's got issues.
Just close enough that it's like the doorway gives just enough room where it's comfortable, but yet you could still potentially catch some of that heat from the fire pit.
Are there blankets?
All the blankets, furs and normal, just all of the blankets.
Microfiber.
I'm gonna take like a fur one and I'm gonna put it over
plush.
Viet. I'm gonna give Viet a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Try and shove a pillow under his head. He doesn't care. She's like hauling his head up and like
everyone lift with your knees. Oh, my back. The servants can do that.
Mm-hmm.
No, they won't. I don't want them to. I don't want them to.
Fair. If
they've walked through him several times.
That's different. It's different. I don't know why. Don't ask me why it's different.
No, it's fine. I just want to make sure.
Do you want to take first? I'll take first watch if you want to rest.
Thanks.
I got you.
She's really exhausted. Hollow under the eyes, a little crispy. It's not good.
Yeah, I owe you one. So I owe you a few.
Yeah, then she would rest if Maven is helping.
I'll keep watch. And what do you need me to roll for keeping watch? I mean, I know we're in a safe place, but I wouldn't fall asleep here. Maybe I would. I guess we'll see.
Okay. Well, because there is literally not much to watch for. You're not in the wilderness. There is, as far as you're aware of, a door. But roll me a constitution check. Or a save, rather. Because that's going to be what it's about, staying awake. Not so much listening to every, tree branch and,
I thought elves didn't need to sleep.
I rolled 2 nat 1s in a row.
They trance, typically.
Yes.
But it's been a day. It's been a week. It's, you're not sleeping. So, like I said, this isn't so much a staying on guard in a way, it's all that. It's more of if exhaustion hits you to the point where you do just slip into your trance, you're still conscious because trancing isn't asleep. If this was a normal person, this would be the equivalent of you start to just nod in and out and you're both semi-safe and semi-not trustful. So it's that in and out. Mm-hmm. So you slip into your trance. You hear Viet snore distantly in a different part of your brain, processing what's happening around you. You also hear the occasional footsteps outside of the closed doors. And after a while, you even start to rhythmically get used to it of that's someone making a circuit, almost like a watch. And you get 4 hours of trancing. So you are fully rested. And at the end of it, you feel very refreshed and realize you were in full trance mode and is that's not what I planned on, but I feel better.
Then you probably didn't wake June up for her shift. She probably just
at the end of the 4 hours, yeah. And so it's now at this point, yeah, you could just let Juniper sleep if you wanted.
I definitely would have done that anyway.
Okay. So you are rested. You can mark off or take a long rest so you get your spell slots back and any hit points.
Thank goodness.
Continuing that time. Still the same things. You're a little bit more alert now, and the same thing, you do hear movement outside, but it's every 5 or 10 minutes you just hear the same path, the same footsteps go past the door, not waiting, not stalling, just walk. Oliver. So a lot's happening. We won't go into the details for the simple fact of it's not needed, but When you awake, you have your long rest. Nothing crazy happened, even though I know we're kind of suggesting the fun of it, but nothing like that. You did go through a transformation, though. You got an education.
Mhm.
An education of fire.
Learned some stuff, huh?
Burning alive, the cold of winter, and feeling the healing warmth of fire. Drowning in the ocean. A full just cornucopia of experiences of all of the wonderful elements that are within our world. And when you awake, I mean, the best analogy I can give you is you went to sleep Indiana Jones and you woke up Nathan Drake. Like, for just the cool factor, the look, the feel, like a little bit more hip, a little bit more modern. You do with that what you want.
Right.
That being said, you may fully utilize the changes that happened because of the deal and the additional deal that was made with Century for how you were able to do what changes happened to you.
Okay.
Jennifer, you wake up about 9 hours later. You got a full night's rest plus an hour. Same for you, Viet. Like everyone, you slept in a little. It was a day. It's been a long couple days, you know. And you all wake up. Guess what, guys? We have made progress. I just needed you all to go to sleep.
A retcon in the middle of the night. I want to.
Nope, should have talked to me in between weeks. Sorry. All right. So you all wake up. It's a new day, new opportunities, new tragedy. You never know. Day's young.
Oh gosh.
What are we doing? The day is yours.
Well, when appropriate, there is another detail about the cupcakes that I really didn't mention.
I have a feeling, but what detail, sir?
It would probably align very well with your feeling.
Perfect. Perfect.
Are you gonna poison us?
How could you even assume such a thing?
How dare you?
I have yet to offer you one of these delicious cupcakes.
Oh, okay.
And I may not now.
I should show Maven. Secretly, I should show Maven.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kind of skitter up to Maven. And
yeah, the door's open, and he looks pretty good.
Giddy. I look giddy. I look really giddy.
Oh, long night.
yeah, that too. So I'm gonna just bring this gilded box of cupcakes over to Maven, and I'll make sure no one's looking. I'm like laughing giddily because check this out. I left some of these for Zazozan, and I open the box, and the cupcakes, they have written in beautiful icing, "Welcome to Team Century."
Love it. I love This is beautiful. This is perfect. You're a genius.
I'm taking the cue from Zazazan himself.
I can't help but tell you, there's like an arms come around each side of you as he comes in the middle. It's like, I can't tell you how much I love the ingenuity here. I gotta say, your friends probably would appreciate some cupcakes.
I'm sure.
Not the ones with
we're gonna
your
make
name
more
on it.
friends.
You guys are no fun.
We're lots of fun.
Just imagine a whole team. Strike Team Century. And then he
Century. Oh, he doesn't appreciate this gesture. I don't know. Maybe we're not such a good fit.
Oh, he's greedy. It's okay. You grow to like him. He's charming in his own way. Most of the time.
June's just gonna putter around and make breakfast, like with her own stuff. She doesn't trust any of this stuff.
With your own stuff using
Yes.
the magical fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Can't fail. Yeah.
But
I
she
want a
didn't think
cupcake.
it through that much.
No, it's fine. No, I can't help but point out. But yeah, absolutely. You break out some of your own rations, start to cook over the fire pit. Your food,
Yeah.
Whatever you're
Tea.
making. Some tea.
It's probably bland as heck.
Continental breakfast.
Yeah.
It's the continental breakfast.
There's
Mm.
cupcakes. There's cupcakes. Ask for the cupcakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You wake up. It was probably still a scattered night's, dreams a little bit, but you were exhausted enough that I don't know if you rolled or not already, that it's like you had enough other things trauma-wise happen that exhaustion took you.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
He's going to be pretty fuzzy. Getting up, sitting up. Just trying to assess where he's at. He's not saying a whole lot. He's not saying anything. So,
June will
Just gonna
pass him a cup of tea.
just kind of
and,
watching everybody. He doesn't reach out to take it from you, Juniper.
She'll just set it down next to him then. Like this is like autopilot.
Kind of shifts away a couple inches away from it.
I feel like we should check on
Just
Viet.
watching everybody kind of dully.
She'll
Again,
sit down in front of him after
probably
watching
really
him
not
kind of
here.
shift away. What's wrong?
Just shaking his head.
Don't want to say anything, or you can't.
He gets up to his feet and walks over by the fire and just stands there staring at the fire for a while.
I can't fix anything if you won't talk about it yet.
Back to June. No response.
I'll look at June and just gotta be patient.
Oliver is a bit fixated on this despair he's seeing. Can he try to intuit what's going on, or
roll an insight check.
try to play with his new abilities to try to probe it any other way he can?
I mean, it's definitely a possibility.
Insight. All right. Insight check is a 22.
Yet, with an insight check of 22, with what he's seen from everything in recent time,
I think that qualifies. Sad, depressed, and angry. Right. He's not very right. Not being emotive, but that would be, I would say, the combo. Maybe a little disappointment.
I have this weird inkling that I want to I want to use this despair and turn it into something.
Do I have a full rest with all my rages back? Just checking.
Yep, you're full. You got a full.
On that note of.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here, but
trying to make cupcakes out of you. Yeah. Okay.
Watch what you say. I'm just phrasing.
Oh yeah. It was Viet.
God fingers and.
Okay. No, I don't think Oliver is audible here.
She's just gonna get up then and leave this room and go back down to that area. Like she's gonna get all of her stuff together and like, fine, you won't talk.
Okay. Juniper gathers up her stuff and exits the atrium doors. And Juniper, as you exit the doors, you'll look down and see the same room. Stairs on both sides leading down by the fireplace, and you'll see the Swiftblade standing at a kind of on guard, almost near just above the steps, kind of overlooking the table and everything at the same level as you. And just as you open the doors, you'll see him just look over, still in full armor and everything.
She'll just kind of glance over and then head toward like the door that we came through.
Okay, so down the stairs, and doors open, and out in front of you is back to where you were in that hallway.
She's gonna go out there.
You tell anyone you're like leaving?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't close the door behind me.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Fair.
You walk out. What's going on in that room?
Well, this is uncomfortable. I'm gonna pack up, but I'm gonna say I'm talking out loud as I'm doing this.
Passive aggressive. I get it.
No. Just I don't know what else to do.
Oh, okay.
Because Maven's not someone who deals with her feelings very well.
Yeah.
She just kind of says them out loud and leaves everyone else to deal with whatever she said. So she's like, this is really awkward. Great cupcakes. I'm gonna go grab a bear claw from the pastry bar I ordered, and I think we should pack everything up. And I look over to Viet and I say, so I don't know if you're packed. I think you are. We need to go. So could you, do you want to meet us downstairs when you're ready?
You will pick up any sacks or bags or things that he had laying down and walk out the door.
Okay. Good. That's better than I expected. All right. Well, all right. So I'm going to walk downstairs and bow to the scene servants.
They bow right back.
Oh, I love that.
Oliver, what are you doing?
Following
suit?
Yes, packing up. Ready to go. We've got some exciting stuff ahead of us.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So as you three kind of one by one make your way out, you get to the top of the stairs and you look down and you'll see the doors are open to lead out back into the hall. And standing, you can see just outside the doorway, you can see the Swiftblade standing there, kind of watching, looking out, and looks back up as you all kind of start to come down the stairs, and is just kind of going between.
This is gonna get uncomfortable, isn't it? All right, let's Shifts her jacket a little bit.
As he's walking out, we'll pause next to the Swiftblade.
You tower above him.
Just look down at him silently. He's going to measure him. He's going to measure at the shoulder length. Like below his head, below the Swiftblade's head. Like
at where his shoulder is?
Kind of like where his neck would be.
Are you trying to intimidate, sir?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. Is it a...
Yeah, like low key.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just checking. Planning. Thinking. Ooh. That is it's not going to work, but it's a 22.
Okay.
And then turn and move. He's not even looking for reaction, right? Just does a measurement, turns and walks out the door. So
yeah, if you're cool, you don't look back to see if they care, you know. So yeah, you just and keep walking. However, as you walk and you see that little gesture and all of that, as Viet is walking away, you will just see the slightest of a kind of a head dip towards Viet from the Swiftblade.
Does this look like a respectful head dip thing? Or?
Roll an insight.
Yeah. We be rolling stuff.
We be rolling stuff.
That is a 17.
17. Okay. At first, you definitely would get that vibe for sure of like, oh, okay, kind of an acknowledgement between warriors, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of keep watching and just how slow it is. No, that wasn't a nod. That was like a T800 scanning everything about that individual.
Sizing him up. Okay.
Yeah.
Then it's okay. I saw that. It's my turn. I gotta size him up.
Okay.
Make sure he knows I'm watching.
God.
Yo.
So what does Oliver do as he passes then?
He's just gives a disappointed look and kind of does the same kind of appraisal, and then I'm watching you.
Green eyes
Just
just
get it from
for
the
a second.
Getting from up there, and he's getting it from down there.
Green eyes flare for just a second inside the helmet.
Well, that's just silly. He's just being a clown now.
Yep, absolutely. Honka. All right, so you all are back in the hallway. As you all step out and are out, you see the Swiftblade just kind of shut the door and then...
Oh, man, I left my watch in there.
That's how the spell works. I mean, if you leave anything behind, it gets...
Oh, wait, so did the cupcakes get left behind?
Flying out.
Oliver, all of a sudden you look to the box of cupcakes and you're like, where did they go?
What?
Nothing lasts past the casting.
Beans and rice.
They were beautiful cupcakes, though.
We'll make you some business cards.
While I was waiting for them to come outside, I just dropped my pen. Would I have been able to? I don't remember how far we got out of the room that had all of the.
You got about
had the cube in it.
Like 15 minutes of hardcore running.
Okay.
Got out. You went upstairs. You guys were sprinting at mad dash speed. Got out and back into the first set of the last set of long hallways.
Okay, so too far to have gone back.
I mean, you could go back. It just it take you about probably a half hour of just walking there because you guys were at a breakneck speed of as fast as you could.
No, she doesn't have that much of a head start on them, so she. Oh well.
And it's dark now, by the way. You depowered, so there is no ambient crystal light or anything like that. It is dark hallways.
Spooky. I think I have a spell for that. Hang on.
I
dark
cast
vision.
light.
Okay, cool. I don't have that.
Well, yeah. Do we all know how to see in the dark though? Like, I think we do.
Everybody except the humans among us.
Yeah. Which yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I need to see in the dark. She'll just
wait. You're not human?
I am absolutely, definitely human.
Oh, real human person.
She's a real human. Yeah.
Okay. Love that.
Why do we keep saying it like you're not? Like, I feel like this is.
I am a real human person. Definitely.
See,
I don't like the cadence.
You said it again, and I feel like you're doing a weird thing. Like, what do I not know about your character? That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Like you guys do this stuff, and not everybody can pull the Mick over my eyes. And like I can look at your character sheet if I want. What do I not see?
I just like to make you squirm. Is all.
Okay.
She's just gonna keep walking like out, just silently, not really waiting for anybody. She's kind of pissy right now too. So
yeah, I'll jog to catch up to June.
Okay. So it takes you a moment or so, but like you can see fairly quickly you catch up. And Viet and Oliver, how is this group traveling? I feel like there's going to be some solitary grouping, or
everyone's brooding right now. So
yeah, I know.
We might go single file.
It's the emo group right now. So
yeah, would totally be okay walking along with Oliver with the Swiftblade somewhere in our vision.
He will be taking up drawl. He'll be behind all of you.
Yeah.
Like,
so
anytime the group stops, he would stop.
So he's going to be like mostly like walking and keeping an eye on the Swiftblade as he's going. So
that's fair. So you two kind of do this weird tandem thing at the back of the group, keeping distance, but yet still like, all right, you know. He's not really keeping an eye on you. It's more of like this weird, almost unconscious thing of like whenever you test
some sort of situational awareness. Yes.
Yeah. So
unfortunately, Viet's not smart enough or not collected enough to actually.
No, I get it. No,
put that together.
So yeah, you're all walking.
He's just a threat.
Oliver, are you kind of in the middle? Or are you sticking to Viet? Are you catching up with Maven and June?
So are we still like in the halls here?
Yes.
I'm really disappointed in the disappearing cupcakes.
I understand. I know. And the second you said that, it was like such a good idea. They disappear.
We'll get them next time. Don't worry.
Next time.
We'll get a real baker.
All right. Well, I'll just leave a note behind then.
Okay. What are you leaving in this note?
I'm as best as I can in like fast calligraphy, make it look like a certificate of achievement, and then stuff it in an envelope for Sazazan.
Okay, and you just leave it kind of on the ground, or as you pass something, and just set it on like a pedestal or a railing, or
yes.
We're going to have a Minotaur in our party, and we're not going to know where it came from. Oh, no.
All right, guys. I found a new friend. He's super. He knows the way around here, but I will be honest, he has a temper. You know?
We've already got one of those. We don't need another one.
There. He's also a little horny. All right. Well,
That Sentry's been saving up dad jokes for.
I'm just burning all of my
Sure
DM inspiration for dad jokes.
Oh my
Gosh.
I love it.
I've been alone so long. They're all
Wait,
built up. I'm ready for them.
You've been alone for good reason.
Yeah, that was a prison. You didn't know why. No, it's not because no one liked what he could offer. It's just the dad jokes. They're like, we must put a stop to him.
I love that. Oh, I could see it.
All right. So you all travel. You're heading back up to kind of that camp where the Black Staff and everybody was originally, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can I have somebody roll me a survival check? And I believe it has to be either Juniper or Maven, seeing as you are leading the group.
Got an 8.
Fair.
I didn't. Do you want both of us to roll? I didn't roll.
Yeah, I said someone.
Yeah.
Someone did.
Yeah. Well, that's why I didn't roll.
Yep, that's fine.
Is there any backseat driving from Viet?
If you are focused enough to front backseat drive and not be focused on the Swiftblade to actually do that,
maybe I don't know, history check just to see if Viet realizes that they've gone the wrong way.
Okay, sure, with disadvantage.
You really want to do with disadvantage?
I do. If you're not 100% focused, it is
my
still
first roll was a 3 minus 2.
Perfect
For a dirty
So
1.
a dirty 1.
But
The second roll?
You didn't have to make a second roll was a 12. So
I'm okay with it.
But it was already a 3.
Yeah. So, hey, it is what it is. I like to see what it could have been, especially when you have disadvantage and see the better. Like it could have been a nat 20 and you don't get to use it.
First. Well, I want to roll the second time anyway. Just carry on.
We're rolling like fire tonight.
Anyway, moving forward, it takes a while, and it's not that you've gone off course or anything like that. It's just there's no motivation. There's no pushing for time. There's no,
Nobody's yelling out Godfingers for Murdet every 3 steps when someone pauses to take a breath.
Yeah, I mean,
like on the way down.
That. So you kind of all are on kind of a shell-shocked pace. No one's pushing to keep a certain pace of time's important. It's just kind of there's some issues here. You make your way through the first set of tunnels, take the next stairways, and eventually make your way into the next large tunnel and keep moving. And it's about when you are almost to where you made better time, you should be going through another set of stairs and then eventually starting to get into some of the actual underground city sections where you're all tired. It's been a lot of trekking and walking, which would be when you'd all need to take a rest, unless you're going to push through and keep going.
The last time we took a rest around here, we got attacked by little dragon boys.
Oh, you're not quite to that point. You're before the stairs going up to get to that section.
Okay.
You're still in the subways.
Okay. How's everybody feeling? I guess if we can keep going, I think we should. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll kind of snap out of staring at the Swiftblade and just a shrug.
Okay, guys. Okay, look. Okay, can we just huddle up for a second? Could just indulge me.
Huddle, indulge.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Just get over here. Okay.
Swiftblade, ironically, will just kind of step back from the.
Oh no, you're in here too, buddy. Get in here.
Turn his back.
Nope.
towards the way you came to protect your back trail.
Okay, fine. Whatever. A lot has happened in the last 24 hours, and I get that. And I'm sorry that this is the way that things have turned out. It is absolutely less than ideal. And you may be upset, and you may be having a lot of feelings right now. And I promise you, when we get back to camp, we can all share those feelings. But right now, I need, at the very least, neutrality. Okay? Even if it's really hard for you to do, I need you to just... Okay? Because all this moping stuff, I can't do it, you guys. Unless we're going to have a feeling circle and we're all going to cry and hug each other. I can't do it. So can we get back to camp and then talk about what happened?
I'm running on denial and embracing this absurdity so far. So
that's a good way to do it.
I love like the blunt honesty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blunt.
I think I can make it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Viet?
Yeah, just shrugs again.
We'll work on that. Okay, let's keep moving. And Maven is now taking point because now she's frustrated.
All right. So you keep pushing forward.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Roll me another survival.
Okay.
First, everyone make me a Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20, 22.
Nice.
9.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Average wins out. All right. Make me a survival check, Maven, with advantage.
16.
16. Okay. You all take a level of exhaustion.
Fine.
You push through the night where you should have rested, but you're not losing ground. You have continued on and actually made up a little bit of time compared to the pace you were kind of going in the beginning. Through that, you make your way through that section of the city where you and even kind of pass by where, oh, that's where the horrible wyvern creature things, the wyvern chickens or the, whatever you call them, attacked us. And get past there. And eventually you make your way to the prototypical lab. You see the drop point for going in there and keep moving forward. You are making your way. Next day's end. Are you going to keep pushing or are you resting?
I think the prototypical lab would be a good place to stop. That's about
because we can
start the first day,
we
right?
Can secure it and go in there.
So Viet, when we get to the prototypical lab, Viet would just start whatever Maven's doing. Viet would walk towards that. If she's not leading the way in there, Viet would just.
Oh yeah, no, I'd go in there.
Okay, so you head down there, and you're all tired and definitely had a long day, just physically. It was a long day.
Viet would try to time it to close the door with the swift blade on the outside.
Okay. How overt are you trying to be with that? Or are you trying to be sneaky? I'm just asking.
Viet's not sneaky about stuff like that.
Let's just say, let's make it a sleight of hand check of like as you're hitting it, and it would be disadvantage because you have a level of exhaustion right now.
I rolled a 3 in the first roll. Do you want me to roll a second one just to see what that?
Yeah, it's disadvantage. It's just
that was a 5. So
it's how the game works, man.
3.
Because you can always roll a 1.
All right.
Fair.
All right. Be a 5.
5. All right. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, fine, you have advantage. I rolled a 5.
Right.
Should I roll again? It's like, I don't know. No,
All right. I'll roll it twice from now on. That's fine.
Yeah.
More dice
If you have
is always
disadvantage,
better.
you have disadvantage or advantage, either or. All right. So you get there and you kind of, as everyone's passing through, you real quick go to, just do, like, all right, shut the doors, real quick. And he kind of pauses and stops and look at you as you're about to do it. And he just stops and just lets you do it. And the door shuts.
Great.
Doors sealed. And you have the room.
That's good. I didn't want that creep in here. Good thinking, Viet.
It's going to pull out some of his dried rations and start chewing on some hardtack or whatever he's got in his bag.
Okay. So resting here.
I'm going to go into the room that I got this circlet from and put it back.
Okay.
I think it was
Is that where we're at?
The prototypical lab. The arcane lab is further.
Arches. Okay, I thought. Sorry, I got mixed up with the other ones. So
the other one you couldn't seal. This one you could seal.
Got it.
Yep. So yeah, you absolutely can. You take it off your head, and before you do, you realize you've traveled the last how many, and been able to talk normally and understand normally.
Yeah.
What if that goes away when you take it off?
Well, I didn't think about that. That's not where her head is.
You can
That's
risk
not where her head is. She's just gonna take it off.
Okay.
And leave it there. Put it back on its plinth and.
All right.
Did Oliver see that?
Roll me a perception as you you're all, which is perception check with disadvantage because you're all tired.
Okay. It is
15.
That is an 11.
11. Juniper, you're not being particularly stealthy. You're just kind of going off. I would say, Maven, you do see her direction, but it's not like she's, already taking it off and holding it out and being like, I'm putting this back. But you do see the direction she goes. Oliver, you kind of, after a moment, realize that Juniper is already gone. You're not sure where she went, but all of a sudden you're like, oh, the group's already dispersing. Lovely,
Okay. Okay.
So Juniper, you make your way in there and take it off and put it back.
Good.
Okay.
Then just go back and start putting together a bedroll.
Yep.
Viet's gonna walk in and go. He's chewing his hardtack. He's gonna go stand in front of that undying sentinel or whatever the name is. I forgot. Sorry.
Yep. Let me. Oh, it's been so
Forever
long.
Guard or Eternal Guard or
No. Don't butcher the name. Let me get back to my notes.
Sad Sally, Sarcophagus Boy,
Eternal Guard.
I don't even want to play
Undying
anymore.
Yeah.
You guys just make me sad. Like, endless guard.
Endless Guard. That's in the same room, isn't it?
No,
the red room.
That was just a different room. Yep, red room.
It's in the red room.
The blue room is where I believe you got yours. It doesn't matter. It's a different room. It was a different room from that one.
and he's just gonna sit and he's just looking that over.
Okay. So Oliver, maybe even with disadvantage, he's got some new stuff going on. So I want to reinvestigate this area because when I do this weird thing, when I wince and just, clench my forehead and then I open my eyes, I can see through walls.
What are you using?
You get the power to look through walls?
I'm using the ghostly gaze invocation.
Oh, okay.
Maven's going to be...
I think Sentry just likes you better. I think you're the favorite child. Is it because you guys diddled?
Table talk. It's a fact of with him forsaking and the deal that he is signed on for. Mm-hmm. He's more levels of warlock than you now. He's given up other levels.
I gave up a lot for that.
Yep.
Okay, fair.
Sure did.
I don't even want to know.
I mean, it's a thing. Okay, so yeah, you where are you all looking? So like where you're standing, as you squint and do that, you kind of open your eyes and look around, and on the other side of the sealed door, you see the Swiftblade standing there looking directly at you.
Oh, like he can see me, so I'm moving around.
It almost feels like it, but if you start to like, is he? And it's like he doesn't move his head. It's just the fact of like when you did it, it was like, oh,
it's creepy. Oh my goodness.
Turn it off.
No, and then like any of the pedestals, whatever that's in any of those past the archways in those colored rooms. See if there's any more details we missed.
Yeah, you start going around. Roll me an investigation check with a disadvantage. Or, well, I'll give you a flat roll just because with this I can see specifically what you're looking for. It'd be advantage, so disadvantage, flat roll.
Okay. Well, that's a nat 20 for a 28.
Disadvantage. I didn't say it. Did I not say double disadvantage? No, so you're looking around. Looking around through the pedestals and everything like that, you're actually not seeing, like, you can see through them. There's not hidden compartments, anything like that. When you get to the red room, if you are taking a full circuit, and this, you're going to have to move quick. Actually, pick 2 rooms because this lasts for a minute. You'd have to be quick. I just read that.
The red room and the blue room.
Okay, so right at the end of it, you get to the red room, and as it's starting to fade, you see look at the sarcophagus, and you can see there's a person in there. And then it fades.
I couldn't read his name tag.
It was right there. You got hello, my name is. Oh,
dang it! Read faster.
Montoya, you killed my father. Prepare to die.
Okay. All right. Whoa, that's creepy. That's neat, but creepy. Yeah, it's time to rest though. There's lots of things I could probably mess around with, but kind of tired.
Way more than Maven, apparently.
Oh,
burn. So we're situating for rest, or Viet, you are checking out as Oliver came in and then left.
Viet would eventually sit down or slumped against the column that this sarcophagi eternal guard
just leaning up against it
and doze off there.
Okay. Taking comfort with the dead.
Oh, I have a quick question. Has Viet been sleeping without his tea?
So far, he has.
Okay.
I would tell Viet especially that I saw a being inside of the sarcophagus before bedding down.
Figures.
Mm-hmm. He looked like a pleasant chap, but that's all I know.
I mean, I will say you probably got at least a glimpse of him. Very sunken in cheeks and stuff like that. Very muscular, dark skin, long hair. I mean, built like a brick crap house, as they say.
Do they?
Oh, aren't we going to try to revive him?
Should.
We should. That sounds kind of fun.
I've don't I have some details in my book yet, or is that exhausted?
You kind of got what was available because it was incomplete research notes, at least that one. It was giving more of the theoretical and the origin of what the idea was behind them, not so much the lab notes of like instructions for dummies on how to operate thing.
Okay. Yeah, we should try to revive him.
I think between... Go ahead.
But I'm not now.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe take a nap first.
Are we setting a watch, or are we confident with the sealed door?
And the swift blade.
And the swift blade.
Who's apparently staring at us.
That's kind of his job.
Yeah.
Totally. Is there a peephole on the...
Oh my gosh.
I feel comfortable not setting a watch, but I think it's kind of routine
for
us to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, whether or not she really wants to, I think that she would want. I think that she would.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out again.
Yeah, he doesn't have to keep watch.
All right. How'd the sleep go? Okay. Juniper, been quiet. What is Juniper doing?
Kind of still in her head about a lot of stuff. Yeah, she's not really talking.
Okay. So let's set watch. Who's first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Perception check.
You got it. Oh, that's not bad. 12.
All right. Who's on second?
I
realized what I said the second I did. I'm sorry.
Oliver can take that.
Okay.
Perception.
Yeah. Technically, you should all have disadvantage, but let's just speed it up. I'll raise the difficulty, if anything.
Fair.
18.
Higher. I'll raise it higher. Okay, 18. Juniper. I'm guessing your last watch because Viet is. I don't feel like taking a watch. Selfish, dealing with some things.
15.
Okay. So the night goes on.
Night goes on.
I will say, no, you wouldn't. Okay. So the night goes on. You all sleep. All probably have different degrees of not prophetic or inspired dreams, just dealing with some shit kind of dreams. Everybody has their own emotional baggage, their own things going on in their heads, and they probably are still right there waiting for when your eyes close.
Yay.
Yay. I don't feel like anyone's just sitting there going like, you know.
No.
So you all wake up. One after another, you take your turns. No one had a bad night and fell asleep on their watch or anything like that. What? I'm not. It wasn't a sick burn, not at all. So yeah, you're all awake. It's a new morning. The day is yours.
So the Endless Guard, can you describe that again for me, please?
Yeah, Endless Guard. It is a sarcophagus that is carved very intricately, that has kind of almost like, if you think of like coffins of like that have like crusaders and stuff like that, where it's got like the very carved, you know, hero or knight or something like that. It is upright. Again, with a pedestal, it looks all like it's made into one large thing, but it is upright, and it is one of the prominent features in this room. Beyond that, there is the kind of plaque on that says like Endless Guard.
I think we should try to revive him. I think it'd be fun, or at least entertaining.
Oh, well, heavy would you say this is? The sarcophagi.
Heavy. I because I see those gears turning, I would hate to pin myself into a weight that I am not confident of, but just say a stone sarcophagus,
heavier than Viet can drag at this point.
Heavier than Viet could drag the distance I think he might want to take him. How about that? Like, fair. Yes, Viet could probably drag him if we all are committed to a, several week journey back to camp. We can frickin' play this out. I mean,
okay.
But I don't want to. Can I say as the DM, I don't want to. And I don't think our fans would enjoy that. I think Scald would be like, really? This is the adventure. This is it.
Hey, if we go 2 minutes at a time,
we could just make this last for a year of just the couple weeks of dragging the sarcophagus.
You all be going ahead. I will catch up.
Chris, make a new character. I will roll for the Lord of the Rings, basically, for Frodo.
Wouldn't be the only other thing missing for an extended period of time that we're not allowed to talk about.
We do not talk about he who must not be named.
Voldemort?
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what just happened there. What just happened? June's going to go find Viet.
It will not be hard. When you wake up, you look around
got his crowbar.
And you can see...
He's contemplating, looking at the sarcophagus,
sizing it up, and like, how heavy? And like, you see him kind of grab the edges of the sarcophagus and just kind of, he lifts it a little bit, and it's like, yeah, that'd be heavy, but I could do it, You see a guy who's about to move a fridge for his wife. Like, that is the kind of calculations.
Wait, Viet, let me help.
Shit.
Yes. Is it heavier than Viet and Oliver can drag?
Wait, yeah.
I think the question is, would Oliver make it heavier than he could drag?
Well, no. I suddenly have this feeling that I'm incredibly strong. So I'm going to go over there and help Viet, and I'm going to use the elemental conduit feature, the Earth Smite version. Gives me advantage on all strength checks. And I cannot be knocked prone.
Indeed.
Let's do this.
Yes. If
involuntarily,
you make a deal
anyway,
with a weird, creepy stranger, a lot of things are possible. All right. So roll me.
I think this falls under with the same after school special. Don't do drugs.
Kind of.
And don't make deals with creepy, weird strangers.
Don't talk to strangers.
Hey, kid, you want a bike? Hop in.
Oh.
So we do this. I lift with my back and keep my
in a very
knees
quick
locked.
jerking motion.
Oh, God.
So advantage with a strength check.
All right, strength or athletics or just
Athletics, absolutely. I'll give you all the leverage you can get.
Yes, leverage. We don't want leverage. 24.
24. Okay. Here's the thing. What's your normal strength score?
It is 14.
14. Okay. And you weigh how much?
I weigh 70 pounds, maybe.
70,
Rude question.
70 pounds wet.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay, 63 pounds.
yeah, okay, you called me on it, and I wear lifts. So Viet, Oliver, you definitely with Oliver's help, it is actually more manageable. This is you know what? If we do this, we could do this. You just have to maintain this for the next 2 days, because this would slow down your pace. And you'd have to make those checks every hour. I'm not against you, but can you maintain that level of excellence? Because otherwise it's just two friends carrying a couch.
Every hour.
Or how long did it last again? Let me double check. That's for 1 minute.
1 minute.
Wow. Sorry. I meant 60 times that
I did the major part, defying gravity. Now I'm just
it's impressive. Where you
Viet
didn't
will
expect
set his
Viet,
side down,
and he's still holding his. It's impressive that he is doing his part.
Viet's gonna go out to the dragon shards, and he's looking for wheels or some rods or logs or something.
We're gonna make a wagon.
With after that bomb going off, roll me.
Just looking for some rods
check.
or columns or rods or something. Yep.
Making I get. You're not looking to make a cart. You're looking to make
something to drag it and just keep flipping the things in front. I don't expect anything.
Roll me a
here.
percentile to start off with.
It'd be a 68.
68. Okay. Now roll me a investigation. It's a flat roll. Come on. I believe in you.
You shouldn't. That's a dirty 2.
Okay, dirty 2.
Not 22. Or 32.
Yeah.
Dirty 2.
Dirty 2. Okay.
As
Oliver's trying to push it.
Yeah, that as you're
and successfully
pull your weight yet.
As you start to get that picture in your head, you're like, okay, yeah. Ooh, that rod. And as you pick it up, it breaks in half.
Oh,
like, not that one. Ooh, look, those gears. And you pick up 2 gears, and as you pick them up, it just and then you look back at Oliver and see him I still got and it's he breaks everything,
this is Oliver's fault.
So unfortunately, you won't, not with at least this, with the fact of a grenade went off inside of it. This is not going to be your key. Yep. No, it's a great thought.
He's eyeballing the columns in the room now.
Yet, are you ever going to talk to me again?
Ignores her. Goes back to Oliver. He's taking out his crowbar.
While Viet is slacking off, I can try to use ghostly gaze on the sarcophagus again.
Okay. Inside, as I said, you see the same figure, dark skin. I mean, he's a corpse. But he looks to be in kind of simple refinery of clothing as well. It's tight fitting, but you can see he's very built. What are you looking for specifically?
How about some details on the inside of the sarcophagus that might give us a hint on how to open it?
Oh, looking carefully, roll me an investigation check.
I should stay on that page. Mm-hmm. All right, that's a 19.
19. From you, like, as you're looking carefully and kind of tracing the outside of the sarcophagus and going around from the inside, and it's kind of weird because you're looking through some of the object, but also trying to see some of the detail of the translucent other side of the object.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you're not seeing any kind of image of inscriptions or anything like that. It looks, from what you can see, very bare on the inside.
That's not
but like I said, you're looking through translucent and trying to pick out detail of translucent.
Before Viet starts in with his crowbar, he's going to just take a look and see if any of these, because this is runes across the outside of the sarcophagi.
More carved runes.
Carved
yeah,
runes. Okay.
Just
He's
like
going to use his extensive knowledge picked up from Quincy to see if he recognizes any kind of rune on this.
Okay, roll me a history check or arcana check.
15 plus 1 plus my 1. 16.
God, that meant something. I know that one was a thing, a symbol that you were shown once. Yeah, you're not sure. Some of them look familiar.
All right,
but also
just going to try to crack the sarcophagus open with his crowbar then.
Okay.
Pry the lid open.
Yep. So with the advantage on an athletics check or strength check.
Athletics or just a strength?
I think it's strength. I believe it was advantage with the strength check for prying.
I rolled a 1 and a natural 20 for a total of 28.
Very nice. With that natural 20, that was very helpful for you. As you just like, there's no obvious seam or anything like that. And as you kind of pick a spot between some of the engraving and carving of it and just start really prying, you do not break your crowbar as it shifts and all of a sudden a piece of the stone chips off, but you do not open it. It's got a very high DC to actually open it by physical means.
It has. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. Eventually, I want to try to revive it with magic, but I'm going to let you guys do this until you get sick of it.
I was just going to say
Viet's down. Viet just shrugs and walks away. He's chewing on some more hardtack.
Oh, it has writing on the sarcophagus.
I mean, there are arcane ruins on it, yes.
Okay.
Not writing per se, or Viet would be all over that.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I tried to help move this thing, Viet. I don't know what else to offer here.
This thing before, when we read about it, it said basically it said the body was prepared specifically for this ritual. Was that the one that was the ritual cast, or was there was the different? I know there was
multiple things that required things, but basically the body and soul were prepared to be bound together forever and to be able to be brought back.
Okay. If I sit and think about that for a minute, do I feel as though that would take away from that number that I know is looming as far as people being able to be brought back?
Roll me an insight check.
17.
With the information that you have available, it is reasonable with what Oliver has said of what the Endless Guard is supposed to be and the inscription. Like, there's enough evidence that there's a party that's like, they literally might be prepared so that they don't count.
Mm-hmm.
But then there is that small little voice in the back of your head that's like, but we don't know for sure.
Right.
Like, there's enough things that are saying, like, technically, I mean, it shouldn't, right? Maybe, it shouldn't. Like, clearly it shouldn't. But what if it does?
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to say out loud, sort of to everyone, I think I can do this, but I don't know if it counts against us. I don't know if it counts against that number.
Okay. What can we do to help?
Is this what we want to do?
It's what I want to do, but I'll leave it up to you.
Oliver?
I'd have to ask to what end would we use this creature?
Viet?
Viet's not saying anything.
I won't do this without you telling me what you think.
I think if you're not going to use that short blade, you should give it to Oliver.
That literally has nothing to do with the question I'm asking you.
Turns and walks out.
I don't know why you're mad at me. What did I do?
He's headed. He's gone out back by the.
Well, she's gonna pick up like a rock or something and throw it at him.
roll an attack.
I like that.
Just
dexterity check.
A dexterity.
Mad at me.
Well, a dexterity ranged. Without proficiency, because this is an improvised weapon.
Okay.
It's just
15.
What's your AC again, Viet?
I don't have my shield on, so it'd be a 16.
Okay, so just kind of
clunks again.
Just goes past over your shoulder. You see a rock go over.
Just like, ah!
It's gonna go up to the entryway and just sit down against one of those columns out there. Finish eating his biscuit. Gets halfway through.
I don't know what I did.
Tucks it away.
What did I do?
You didn't do anything. I think he's mad at all of us right now. Maybe.
Not Oliver.
Why are you not mad at Oliver? He literally did everything we did.
I seem to take some sublime appreciation in his despair. That's all I know.
June, you just gotta let him. You just gotta let him get through what he's going through. We'll get to the bottom of what's going on. He doesn't really have anywhere else to go.
I could go lots of places.
Oh, really?
Maven, court flower,
where are you going?
Dead flower.
I will turn this car around with you in it.
He stands up and goes to the door and opens up the door and walks out past the Swiftblade.
All right.
He's not even jockeying with the Swiftblade. He will step around the Swiftblade.
Hold on. As you open the door and see the Swiftblade there, you will also see there are 4 bodies on the ground. FYI.
What kind of bodies?
I don't know if that would stop you. Oh, interesting. You should ask. They look to be probably once human or human-esque. They have kind of elongated limbs, elongated fingers, with claws. Their faces are distended. Anybody who taking a quick look, roll me a religion check if you want to try to identify. Viet, you're right there. Like, it'd be hard to not know. Like, you're expecting to storm out. And it's like, oh shit, there's bodies. Like, even if you want to do disadvantage, you at least get to roll.
It's a 10.
10? Okay.
19 for Oliver.
19.
16 for June.
Am I out there? Yeah, one sec.
June was like storming.
22. That's the 22.
Viet, you notice them. They everyone else, you've heard, like, they at first you're like, oh, zombies, undead, something like that. Oh, that's weird that the Swiftblade would have to deal with undead. Like that's weird. And then you really look at them and it's like, oh, you start thinking about occult things you've read. None of you ever have encountered. Maybe the Amet. You know what? You rolled the highest, didn't you?
So Viet,
this is a starving vampire, or like lower, like foundling.
Viet's chosen enemy as a ranger happens to be undead that he's familiar with from cleaning out tombs and stuff.
Fair. Then you would at least recognize that these are starving young vampires, like young as in less than 100 years old, and starving, crazy, blood mad.
Tell me roll. It says I have advantage on intelligence checks to recall information about them.
Okay.
That gives me a 12.
12. I'll give you a little bit more. You would know, seeing this, they're young, within 100 years, and they've gone blood crazed, which is why their faces have elongated. The limbs are just disproportionate. Likely because of the group, they're a part of some kind of nest of some sort. But obviously, this hunting ground is getting thin as of late. And whatever they've been surviving off of isn't been around lately. And they have gone feral crazy.
Phil, pause, yell back in, feral nest. Watch your step. Step over him, and he's heading back.
I think it's my neck I need to watch.
Yeah, where are you going?
He's walking back.
Can you wait for us?
He's not paying attention, not listening.
You will hear the footsteps of the Swiftblade behind you.
Well, I still want to revive this freaking sarcophagus. So I guess Maven goes back inside.
How are you going to?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm just asking.
I don't know.
Dune will go back in there and she'll say, Maven, it could be this or Murdic.
You're right. Okay. An undead warrior would be pretty awesome, but you're right.
You're not wrong. I
know.
Without knowing if it counts.
We can come back. Maybe. We might not even need to.
You got
might
this.
Be dead tomorrow.
I mean, we could be dead today. Why put off tomorrow what you could do today, right, June?
Are you arguing to resurrect him or not? Like, I feel like this argument's shifting both ways.
No, I want to.
Like, it
but
doesn't even matter,
her.
but we could do now.
I'm not going to fight her. I was joking about dying today. Why put off tomorrow what you could do today?
Were you, though?
Yes. I'm not going to fight you about resurrecting this guy, but I think it would be badass. So, and I will ask June this. I will. Not that I don't love Murdic, because I do, in my own special way. But do you think he'd want to come back? Knowing what happened, who killed him?
Knowing what he would be coming back from?
Fair.
Yeah, I do.
Fair. No, that's fair. I didn't think about that. All right, onward we go then. You make a compelling point.
You know, it'd be interesting if there was a way to turn Murdet into one of these eternal guards.
Oh, that would be cool.
Best of both worlds. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Then he could never die.
Better to
I
ask.
would
than
do
one
that
of
without
them.
his consent.
Well, this guy can't consent, and we were about to bring him back to the land of the living.
He consented to be this, right? Like that's the whole point.
We don't know.
You.
We do? Oh, oops.
Yeah, we do.
Everything from Oliver's book and all that. Like,
And
this
if
is
it's
the
in a
thing,
book, it's true. We know that.
It has to be. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but that dragon we fought consented too. Yeah, I'm so sure.
like, you really give a shit about a dragon. Like, you
No,
wanted
I
to kill
don't.
every dragon.
Yeah, why?
But this
Why do you-
one dragon, there's a moral quantum.
No, I want to kill all dragons. I just think it's funny.
Well, then that's
I'm
that
upset
one.
that I didn't kill that one.
Exactly. Exactly.
It
I
just
wanna
if
be-
it comes down to it, I would rather take the chance on Murdet.
Of course. No, that makes perfect sense. I'm not going to fight you on it. I honestly, at this point, so much weird stuff has happened in the past 48 hours that I don't care literally at all. So
I kinda feel
let's
like
keep
you do.
going. Let's go get Viet.
Yeah.
And whatever's going on with him, we'll figure it out. It's going to be okay. Maven's thinking this in her head. She's like, wow, I've never had to be a mom before, but this is exactly what I would have told my kid.
Oh.
Even when it's not okay, it'll be okay. Even when it's totally not.
Right?
We're going to be fine. Everything's
Yeah,
fine.
everything's fine.
Everything's great.
It burns
Got your back.
down.
I don't know if this is the Deadwood parenting way, though.
It's definitely not. Maven's just trying to make everyone feel a little bit better.
It's going to be fine. Don't touch the flowers. They're poisonous. Don't eat the,
Mhm.
everything wants to kill you. It's a good
Exactly.
day.
Some Deadwood mamas eat their babies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, by the way, keep up.
Some Deadwood
Yeah,
babies eat their mamas.
So, as the group sounds like they're leaving and heading towards Viet.
Now that there's a nest involved, Viet is strapping his shield back on,
Okay,
getting his hammer out, muttering angrily to himself.
okay. As you all start to move, Juniper, I'll say you have one last look at that room as you get to the top of the stairs, look down, and look back just one last time, kind of that back and forth of you don't know. And heading back, catching up with the group. And the Swiftblade, Viet, as you kind of get your shield and everything situated and everybody else is starting to come up the stairs and catch up a little bit, you see he has his hand on his blade and his back to you as you are getting situated where he's covering your front. And he's looking out.
How long would it take to catch up to Viet? Did he get very far?
Less than
He's 8 feet
less than
tall.
less than 2-3 minutes, just for the fact
Okay.
of that conversation. He got a little ways, and after he got that distance of like, all right, fuck it, I gotta get ready. Like there's vampire,
Fair.
Yeah, the serious stuff happening. So
And
Oliver
Viet,
would
oh,
get
sorry.
right up there.
However, you make your way up as well. Anything you want to do in that moment as well?
Just when I investigated with the ghost vision or whatever,
Yeah, ghost case.
that was after June put the circlet back, right?
Yep.
I would have grabbed that.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah, you saw it there. Yeah.
Yoink. Okay. Yeah. I'm rushing to get up by Viet's side.
You make your way up there. Oh, I just lost focus without moving.
I was wondering when you were going to notice. You've been out of focus for a little bit.
I did not notice at all. Monster Manual, come on in. This isn't. Come on, focus. Bring it back. Nope. You're just gonna
Just to be clear, this is not an advertisement thing.
No, it's not an advertisement. Okay, how about that? Like, how's that? I'm just literally trying to use something with writing on it.
Our thanks to Wizards of the
I
Coast
literally
for
don't
their
have
wonderful
anything
gaming
around me that
system
doesn't
here.
have branding. It's like, oh, I could use. Nope, I can't use that.
Just use your face. Like, come close.
Yeah, your face is not
That's
branded.
creepy. That's
Do it, you coward.
There. Oh, no.
Well, you didn't have to make it weird.
No, you made it weird.
no. You guys challenged me. I guess I'm out of focus. This is just how I live now.
Here's a clip. Here's our clip. Scott
Yep.
licking the screen.
Oh, no.
The next TikTok is just gonna be like,
Yeah. Hey, I'm on focus.
And
Super.
our 151
Hey.
users go down to 2.
I
Hey,
have a
maybe it
good
goes up.
caption for that TikTok.
There's D&D kinks, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway,
That's
moving onward and upward, my
oh my
friends.
god, upward.
Please.
Are you done?
Right.
Yes.
So, I will say, Viet, as you and Oliver comes up and you are finishing getting your shield ready and kind of just getting ready for business, you will all of a sudden kind of have a flashback of the last time you had your shield up and were attacked and something interposed. And that flash of light and the creature you saw definitely had the kind of momentary flash of, oh, you guys were being tracked by these kind of like this nest on the way down. So, there we go.
When Margaret stepped in.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
You were ready with yours, but it was that flash and as everything happened. Yeah. But yeah, you definitely remember now more clearly after seeing them, that flash of light and the burned talons and everything of
Got it.
These things are in this area. So, marching order, what's the group doing? Heading forward? What pace?
I'm assuming Viet might want to take point here.
That's fine. It's not necessary. So as you all start to get moving, you're making your way, just like, all right, making your way through this area of the city, getting back into the underground city because it kind of branched, like there's different sections. And as you start to make your way back in, you're past where that encounter happened. But as you start to go, all of a sudden you hit a street section and you make your right. You guys, whether or not you're remembering left marks, doesn't matter. Make your right. And as you turn the corner at the end of the street, you will see multiple figures leaving themselves out in the open. 4 or 5 that are all hunched and down, kind of hugging the sides of the buildings. And one standing open in the middle of the street. Far more human.
Far more human, but not quite.
Well, just in his silhouette, I'm saying.
Like, how far away are these figures?
About like probably 90 feet.
I'm going to cast the spell.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not fucking around. Sorry. Okay. I'm not messing around. Excuse my French. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
And that is a 19 to hit the one in the middle.
All right.
That is
what damage?
20 plus a d6.
Okay.
That is 26 electricity damage.
Electricity. Okay.
Lightning or whatever. Yeah.
Lightning. Yeah. I get what you were laying down.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? So as you all turn the corner and see the scene, immediately Maven just reaches her staff in front of all of you and just a bolt of lightning shoots out.
Oh, good. We want
And you
gonna
see
try to
the
talk
figure
this
get
time?
hit and drop onto their back.
Yeah, that's a nest of vampires. I'm not interested in talking. You've never seen these things before. Yes.
Is there like a cluster of them or?
Very quickly, the ones around, like if there's this momentary pause of indecision, the others seem to scatter a little bit and climb up the sides of the building. And the one that was hit just boom, drop and hits on his back.
Yes, not hesitating so much as watching, engaging.
Okay.
I keep walking forward.
Okay.
Hey, let them come to us.
They won't.
They will be knowing this area better than we do.
So, Juniper, what are you doing? It feels like the group's slowing down and pausing while Maven's pushing a little bit forward. The Swiftblade is going to basically keep pace in the middle, looking back between the group.
Yeah, that's kind of where she's at too. I'm gonna if anything, gosh, we're not really in initiative, but if anything gets within 60 feet, I'm gonna throw a cantrip at him. So
okay, fair.
I'm kind of like holding onto that.
Okay.
Viet's gonna sheath the hammer into the shield, shake out some flame into his hand, and we'll start pacing along behind Maven about 30 feet.
Okay, so you're not moving, basically. The group has been split, and you're just keeping pace now, but the group has been split by about 30, 35 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Juniper and Swiftblade are in the middle. Oliver, where are you at?
I'd be to the right and a little back from Viet, kind of holding.
Okay, so you guys are very much gauging. Maven's still moving, and then Viet's keeping pace. And as you are moving forward, Maven, all of a sudden you're going to see the figure that dropped on the ground start to stand back up.
Mm-hmm. I'll stop about 15 feet
from them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are going to see, as you start to approach, a very slender, skinny, probably looks to be probably in his late 40s, but very still beautiful looking, well-groomed elf. He has kind of just the very beginning of like that good-looking age for elves, of like you just hit past, young.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see he's got very once refined robes of like some sort of probably scholar or highly educated political or but they are old,
Mm-hmm.
dusty, tattered. He's got multiple rings on his fingers with very long fingernails. And even the skin has that almost a waxy, dusty quality to it. As he stands up, kind of you hear some cracking and creaking. And you see his eyes, which are blood red instead of any normal color to the iris. Juniper, next to you, very quietly, you hear, "Don't leave my side."
Are we within 60 feet?
Yeah, but no one's attacking, but you've moved up to that. Yeah. The other creatures are hidden.
I watched this thing stand back up, though.
Very slowly, yeah.
Okay.
It didn't seem unnatural. It didn't seem aggressive. It was just like someone who got knocked onto their butt and then slowly is getting up.
Okay. Maven said that this was a vampire, so I'm gonna unleash a sacred flame at it.
Okay. Unleash.
Unleash. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
For the
I have a
vampire.
feeling he might be dexterous.
I rolled a natural 18.
Well, that beats it.
So I don't need to add anything to it. Yeah. So yeah, all of a sudden, as it stands up, there's like a fizzle that just.
Oops.
And you hear, like I said, behind you, just against your back, just like, don't leave my side. And then you hear the voice of this creature in front of you. Hello. You all, yeah, I'm going tropey. You all have been stewing in my caves. I would happy to make you guests here if you would be so inclined to have a pleasant palather.
Oh.
If this is a vampire, he's been here for a long time. Maybe he knows some stuff we need to know.
Oh, many things I know.
Oh, you really want to have a conversation with that vampire? I think you're crazy.
After I just knocked you on your behind?
Yes. It was a happy love tap.
Ooh, I like you. Okay. And your posse?
Children of the night. Come on, I was there.
It hurts.
There will be no issue. They're hungry, but I have a much more interesting proposal.
That's we have no more room for that.
Oh,
I'm in the mood to make deals. What do you got for me, Daddy?
Oh my God.
Yeah, bottom line up front. We can't mess around with this stuff.
most excellent. Maybe we should go back to my laboratory.
Ew, no.
I'm not inclined to take or give invitations in this company. No.
Okay, hear me out though. Ancient Vampire Laboratory.
Sounds super dangerous.
It sounds like really awesome though.
Or we could finish fighting this out to its final stupidity.
No, I want to see your lab.
You know what? I'm tired of that. I'm going to just, you know what?
Oh, Maven, I think we could at least temporarily parlay, as a gesture of friendship. Give him a certificate of appreciation for joining the team, at least for a little bit.
Okay.
And
oh
then,
my God, I wanted to
check what comes of things.
A parlay then.
A parlay.
Until trust is established.
Absolutely.
And we go from there.
Yes.
I can give you my word, at least for a conversation. You have full safety.
Okay.
From me and all of mine.
Okay.
As a token of our understanding, and since you have not disabled certain preferences on your conversation menu, please accept this token as a confirmation of our agreement to parlay.
What is the token?
It is a note that says, "Welcome to Team Sentry."
I thought you left that behind.
Who wrote another?
Oh.
He's got pens and papers.
I'm not going to argue. I believe in your ability to write a note.
They said they were making it business cards.
Yeah. No, I'm not arguing. I was just like, I thought you left that behind. I made another one. Okay, fair. Yeah. Okay. So, what does the outside of this envelope say? Like, does it say like open me, or is it like welcome, or like, because I feel like the opening of the trap needs to happen, or is it just blank?
It is. It's well. I gave it a cute little border with the pen nib calligraphy.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
that's actually
it
really
says,
nice, truthfully.
In warmest regards on the outside of the envelope, and ... So there's more to it. You got to open the envelope.
Okay, I am going to roll. What's your spell DC?
I spell DC. Where's that on D&D Beyond?
D&D Beyond.
8
spells.
plus
Okay,
your proficiency plus whatever your spellcasting modifier is.
15.
15. Okay. I'm going to give him, and it's not even intelligence. This is going to be, insight doesn't feel right. I'm going to give him a luck check, which is, I'm just going to use his proficiency and whatever I roll. So no stat involved in it. And it's not that he's not taking it, because he has no reason to mistrust you, but it'll be a fact of if he looks at it and opens it, or if he grabs it and puts it in a pocket. That's gonna, like, the landmine or the grenade, as it were.
It's a cold call. Sometimes it don't work.
I rolled a natural 19, so he just, lovely. I appreciate all gestures of friendship, and he tucks it into his robes. It's not a failure. I mean, he has it.
Yeah.
Better than nothing.
Okay.
Come. Let me escort you. And he will just start to turn and walk down a street. Group?
I don't know why we're entertaining this right now.
Why not another deal?
Yeah.
Well,
that's
Oliver,
the spirit.
I'll make a show of like being vigilant. I got covered, and pull out that gun and have it kind of.
We probably can't kill this one either.
Well, if we can't kill our way out of stuff, then what's the other options?
Viet's
busy. That's what we're checking on.
Negotiation.
Why are you putting what? What are you putting on you?
Which woman gave this to me?
Cologne.
Jennifer?
A thoughtful gift, but
I am just flabbergasted right now. Like, why are we doing this? I don't.
It is apparently being thing we do.
We could just walk away right now.
We could, and then get ambushed by vampires.
Kill them all.
We can still do that later.
Yeah. We can. Best of both worlds. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Ahead of you hear, absolutely, come to the heart of my home. Kill all of us when you choose.
It's really trappy. Like that's the trap. Like he's not even veiling. It's not even disguising it. He's just putting the trap on a platter, and we're going, yum. What are we doing?
So I gotta get some info, it's great he's inviting us somewhere, but
Vampire
so how long you come here often? How long you been here? When did you move into town?
When did you guys go insane?
As like all of this is happening and some of them are moving forward, there's going to be one more moment where the Swiftblade right next to you, Juniper, you just feel like the slightest of a touch, like on your hand. Don't leave my side. I'll follow. Don't.
This is insane.
He likes you.
This is insane.
Maybe he has a staff too.
I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that any deeper. Nope. Nope. I don't want to.
Inappropriate. Just inappropriate.
Okay.
So as the group, whether it be reluctantly or not, it sounds like enough of them. We'll come back to this as the group is both following, not following, reluctantly following, angrily yelling at, a mixture of that. You see the camera pull back and you get that cool vertigo thing where the street stretches out and you see the equivalent of like Castlevania in the distance. And yeah, lightning underground.
From nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just a lighting effect.
Yeah, it feels appropriate. That is where we are going to leave off this episode. Hey, vampires.
I want to see this lab.
Yeah, they're like, they want to see a lab. What can I say?
Oh my gosh.
So thank you all for joining us. This was a lot of fun. I hope you all join us next time
For an off game.
Oh yeah, for an off game. We are taking just 1 week off. So the Hotel Transylvania waits for 1 week as we will have a fun little off adventure.
We'll just step away from the creepiness of the vampire for our for a witch one shot
and step into the what are we creepy? Is that our is creepy our thing? Trauma and creepy?
Definitely trauma.
It can be now.
Least.
It can be now.
Okay. But thank you all for joining us. Join us next Friday, 7:00 Central Time. Yep. Another episode, baby.
That was close. That was
all right.
Close.
Have a great week. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.